Market update here on the 24th. So I'm just watching after hours a little bit, and this NVDA move is pretty funny. 30% move. They had really good earnings actually. They beat all the estimates from what I saw. So, but again, it really doesn't even matter what the. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't really matter as far as when you're trying to predict what's going on here. You're looking at fundamentals. The fundamentals are obviously overvalued. But when you look at Elliott wave, I mean, I went through the chart already. I had this as a fourth wave, fifth wave going higher. No way I could predict it to go this high, but I had 320, 330. So for me personally, I sold puts on this. And it was kind of annoying earlier in the day, but again, this just came outside the fourth wave right here. Show you. Well, it came out actually a little bit earlier than that, and it came down a little bit farther than you would expect for a fourth wave, and I actually had an invalidation right here, but I did not buy back my sold puts because of this demand zone right here that ended at 294.80. That would have been the last price I would be willing to hold those puts till, and sure enough, this ends up being the fourth wave. It's pretty obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what does that mean for the chart now? That means that we are completing the overall third wave now. So wherever it opens tomorrow, 360, 370, who knows? But that's only the third wave. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would expect a fourth wave to start pretty quickly. Because of this move, how big of the move it is, it's probably going to start pretty quickly. People will take profit on their calls, and so we should see a pretty big pullback tomorrow, even if it opens up at 360. So look for a fourth wave to start, and then I'm expecting one more move higher to at least 400. And this is a very good chart to learn how extensions work. So third wave only took it to 230, and now it's almost 40% higher, and that's entirely from the fifth wave, and it's pretty much also entirely from the fifth wave of the fifth wave. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is all going to be a fifth wave. All of that. So extended waves can absolutely kill you if you don't know what to look for. In this case, it helped me out because I knew this is a fourth wave and I sold some puts. I was too chicken to buy shares, but yeah, I'll make money, but I wish I was holding shares. I would expect insiders or anybody that's long today. I don't know how you don't take profit here. I mean, they did kill their earnings, but you're getting 30% in 2 hours. I mean, I'm taking that all day, especially on a large cap stock. If it was a small cap stock, then maybe I would hold a little bit more, but just too much profit right there. It's at all-time highs. I mean, I'm taking profit all day. So expect 400 plus by the end of the summer, if not sooner than that. QQQ up to 337 after hours. Again, it came outside the parallel line. It should be starting a fifth wave higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking for at least 345, but probably 348, potentially higher. Maybe QQQ will go into an extension as well. We don't know yet, but it's also possible this could be A, B, and it pulls back one more time because remember, NVIDIA is going to probably pull back a little bit. Depending on what the rest of the tech does, it could make a C wave down here and just do a normal flat because it pretty much is coming to the very top of 337 right here. Tesla looks like a jumbled mess on higher time frames, but I'm still looking for a fifth wave higher. It's possible it comes up here and goes lower first, as long as it doesn't cross into 174.44. I'm looking for a fifth wave higher to at least at least 197 to 202. So basically a 200 test. I'm not sure, but this could end up being an extension as well. If you zoom back out here, the path I laid out is a gap fill up here at 260. The bottom here is at 152. Bottom here is at 102. Top here was at 213. So plus 50, that's 262. So that's why, and there's a gap here right at 262. So it makes complete sense for this to go all the way up here. If it fails, then this is still possible, but again, I think this is a lot less likely because it would have to start right now, and I think the overall market's going to keep on going up, and so I don't think Tesla is going to fall off a cliff unless something happens. So I'm looking for a 260, but honestly, this could just be if this goes to 200, and that's only wave 3, get an idea of where. So 187. So projections right here only take it to like 220 to 223. So at some point, there's probably going to be an extension if it's going to get all the way up here to 262. And that's hard to predict. Could be a fifth wave extension as well. Or maybe this will end up being something weird, like it'll end up being a pullback B, and we'll get a C wave up here like that. Could be corrective wave, except for this looks pretty impulsive to me. So that's why I'm predicting this to be a 5-wave move. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm looking for 260 in the next like 3 months. SPY. This one's kind of weird too. It came back down here into the first wave. So this is either going to be a diagonal right here, and we're going to have 5 waves still, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this is A, we're looking for B, and then a C wave higher. This would have to be A, B, C, like that. So we'll see what happens with SPY, but obviously it went down a lot more than QQQ because QQQ just made a normal 4th wave. But SPY obviously came back down here into what I thought was a first wave. Apple, it could have started the first wave here, or it could start the first wave tomorrow, but it hasn't really bounced that much. There is a gap, I think around 174. Or up here, I mean, there's a supply zone right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces up to there and then comes lower again. There is a gap down here at 167. As long as it does not pass into this first wave at 166.39. Amazon, still moving higher. I would look for 125 to 133 before it's all said and done. I thought it was going to come down a little bit lower first. Still possible. If it stays below 118.67, it could be a B wave here, and we could still get a sell-off as NVDA makes a 4th wave before going higher. There is a demand zone here around 111. That would probably be a good spot to go to, but it's moving higher here, so it might just continue higher. I think that's pretty much it for today. All the other tech stocks are kind of flat or down. Meta's up a little bit, I guess, up 1%, but it might have already topped out. My target was 255. It basically hit that already. And Microsoft was down a little bit. And I think Microsoft might be in a 4th wave as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. and it's up pretty big now after hours, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a big pop in Microsoft for the finale as well. That's one thing that is a little bit different though in NVIDIA is I have that as the third wave ending right here, but still having another move higher. And a lot of the other tech stocks, like Microsoft, I have that pretty much topping out here, unless it extends as well. It would have to do something like that. And that would be similar to NVIDIA. That'd be a fifth wave of a fifth wave. So, I mean, I don't know when this circus market is going to stop going up, but it's probably going to be sometime later in the summertime. So make sure that you're watching your positions. I mean, you're buying puts blindly without knowing what's going on in the chart, you're probably losing money pretty much every day. If I'm buying puts, I'm selling puts too, because I want to protect my portfolio from stupid losses. When you're buying options, it's kind of dumb a lot of the time. Figure out ways to get around that. Maybe even call spreads. Call spreads are a lot better when you know how much you're going to lose and you know what price you need to get to by a certain time period. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll leave it at that. Make sure you like, subscribe for more updates, and let's see what happens in the video tomorrow. I'll predict 360 as an opening. I don't think it's going to stay this high, but maybe I'll be wrong. Anyway, have a good night.